This Dicebreaker video is sponsored by Wild Bills. Ditch the manufactured flavors. Your taste buds deserve better. Treat yourself to Wild Bill's premium handcrafted soda pop. Mouth-watering beverages that allow you to escape to the most interesting places imaginable. Cheers to refusing the drink from the mainstream. Cheers to kick-ass canned. Cheers to being veteran-owned and operated. At Wild Bills, flavor isn't everything. It's the only thing. Use discount code CHEERS15 for 15% off your first order.
Hello, Liv here as your official Dicebreaker D&D correspondent, or D&D and D&C. Today I'm going to break down the best source books available for purchase. What does that mean for gameplay? Well, if you want to have most support possible when it comes to planning out your world, or where your characters fit within it, we can help with that. If you are devoted to homebrew, some of these source books are still going to be helpful to you, so stick around. To preface, I'm not going to include the Player's Handbook, the Dungeon Master's Guide, or the Monster Manual in this list, because they are the bread and butter of source books. The PHB is the sourdough, the DMG is the fancy cured meat or meat substitute, the Monster Manual is the crunchy veg, and I think I need to take lunch. I need to take, I'll be back. Okay, let's get started. An expansion of the overall Dungeons & Dragons rule set. There are a wealth of curios to be had in Xanathars. Among these are a range of super fun new character classes, including but not limited to a samurai, a shadow sorcerer, and the infamous hexblade warlock. That's the guy that can cast dark woo-woo spells while also crushing your head with their bare hands. This book especially contains tons of extra flavor for your characters, encouraging you to do things like mull over exactly why you made a deal with your patron as a warlock, or defining your ambitions as a wizard. For example, chapter This Is Your Life gives ample inspiration for character backstories, whether that's where you were born or why you do what it is you do. There's plenty of additional inspiration for the Dungeon Master too, including new ways to use traps, fire blast pit anyone, magic items, and suggestions to keep a campaign engaging, like encouraging characters to explore religion or gambling during downtime. Now, this suggestion comes to you as someone who has had deep discussions, not arguments, with other players and DMs about the validity of certain spells, action economy, and just making sure we're playing the game in a rules as written fashion. Though I know that this may not be everyone's cup of tea. If you like to play your sessions with a little more freedom, by all means, do whatever makes the game fun for you. However, if you want to cut down on the moments that pause the fight against the big bad, while you discuss whether or not mooning him would count as an action, a bonus action, or a free action, Sage's advice is for you. It's basically a big ol' list of frequently asked questions that can save your butt if you're an overwhelmed GM, or provide more insight as a player too. For example, did you know that rolling a natural 1 on an ability check or saving throw isn't an auto-fail? I've got some people to talk to. The next supplement to the Monster Manual includes new playable races for monstrously inclined players, including lizardfolk, tabaxi, catfolk, giants, and the angelic Azamar, among others. You can enjoy an extended section on monster lore too, including how to build a lair for your hag, generate your own beholder, or the anatomy of a mind flayer colony, among many other things. In addition, Volo's Guide to Monsters comes complete with comments from the scholar and wizard light Volo, who dispels wise nuggets throughout, such as kobolds are a lot less cute when they learn how to cast fireball. Lastly, the book features an illustrated bestiary comprised of over 120 monsters, complete with in-depth mythology and story inspiration. Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, lovingly referred to as Tasha's, was a welcome addition to the list of D&D source books available to us as of late 2020. This sourcebook lives up to its name by allowing players and dungeon masters alike to customize their characters and campaigns to their heart's content, as well as offering up some exciting new mechanics for warlock patrons and magical tattoos. If you're tired of playing that same Battlemaster fighter or assassin rogue, Tasha's gives you a lot more subclasses to consider. I have to express my love for the Twilight Domain Cleric and the Way of Mercy Monk in particular. Both of these subclasses allow you to step away from how the class might traditionally be played. That's what Tasha's is all about though. It wants you to think outside of the box and gives you the chance to reconsider it if it doesn't quite work for you. A lovely addition to the table. This Dungeons & Dragons sourcebook defines the world of Eberron, where eternal war, airships, and magic-fueled robots reign. Less high fantasy, it's inspired by pulp and is crammed full of wild technology and darkness. Within this war-torn land, you'll find everything from haunted battlefields to seedy streets. Aesthetically, Eberron is fantastically unique as a setting, and will likely appeal to those who veer toward the darker side of things. Last but not least, this is the sourcebook that introduces the character class of the Artificer, a sort of inventor combined with magic user who can make all of the wildest things you can imagine. You can enchant objects and even make your own rare and bizarre creations. It also features a first-level adventure set in the City of Towers. And there you have it! 5 sourcebooks that we regard as the best of the best, as things now stand. We cannot wait to see what comes next from Wizards of the Coast, but for now, we've got a lot to be getting on with. You would all better start reading. This video was based on an article from Dicebreaker.com, and you should definitely check out the website for more fantastic articles from Matt Jarvis, Alex Meehan, Chase Carter, and all of our talented contributors. Also, please think about subscribing to us here on the Dicebreaker YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell to be notified when we go live or post a video. Check out our wonderful merch at dicebreaker.myshopify.com and consider becoming a member of Dicebreaker Plus by hitting the join button just below the video. Thank you so much for watching and have a lovely day. Goodbye!